Hello everyone, so this is Shobhit Rawat and today we are going to see Caro defense. Okay, so it is like so most of the time white play. Okay, so most of the time white play this e4 move. Okay, so most of the time white play this e4 move. Okay, so now starting with e4 move, so black can reply several way. So he can play e5 and maybe play direct Scandinavian variation d5. All right, 5 and maybe. Okay, so now there is another way where black can go with, which is this c6 move, which is basically not we are going for directly for center, but we are preparing to attack the center. So idea is play for c6 and then play this d5 move, and after that we are just pressuring that e4 pawn with this pawn, and also supporting our d5 pawn with c6 pawn, which is not in center, but yeah, we are using that for making a defense for our center pawn. So that is the main idea. So yeah, game could be start with you play this, and white can try to cover the center with the d4. That could be possible choice from the white, and white is controlling the center square, so you can attack that center with d5 move. And we have two variation like capture that pawn, or maybe advance the our e pawn from the white side. So maybe we have this move. So after that you can directly can go for the c5 move, attack the center pawn on d4, or maybe main idea to develop your light square bishop and then push this pawn e6. So that is the main idea in play that square bishop and then push this pawn e6. So this is the main idea, and generally black try to open this bishop, and you can open this bishop like this. Okay, so we have several options from the white side. So white can directly play with this bishop d3 move, try to exchange this bishop. That is the main you can see in every time if you play Caro. So main idea to just exchange that bishop and try to develop other piece. So yeah, white is trying to exchange, so can go for that exchange. That is okay. And if you try to go with this, so I think that is not a good idea, because after this white has the center pawn advantage, and you have two pawns in f file, so which is not a good way to come with this. So you can simply exchange is the best in this position. After exchange, your queen will take that, so white will capture with pawn. So white's idea, but mainly white capture with queen, because white don't want to make double pawn on center. Okay, so now black can try with simply go with this e6. So that is the preferable move, and make this bishop open on this diagonal. And after that maybe knight can jump here, or knight can go here and here. So or maybe from the path of knight is like knight to e7, then go here. So that could be the idea from the black side. Okay, so other way in this position, we can see this check, and in response white can simply develop that bishop, and let's say bishop develops, so we can try to attack here. So that could be idea from the black side. So yeah, after this we have seen the simple variation, and again. So now next move is uh, which could be like this one. So uh, this h4 move. So if black try to simple develop their pawn like this, so this could be mistake by the black, because after g4, if you try to defend this like this, and simply white can push those pawn and simply trap that bishop, so that could be possible. You have to check that h4 pawn, if white try to trap this bishop, so you can see those trap also. So instead of playing that e6, you can simply respond it by maybe h5 or h6, but h6 is much better than h5. Let's say you played h5, and then here we have that center attack direct from the white, and then maybe you just push the e6, and then maybe we have c6 first, attacking those center, and you can have multiple ways like knight to d7, and this knight to here. So after this, maybe this knight is I think not that good knight development, because after c takes yeah d5, c takes d5, we have that yeah bishop there, and this pawn is like here. So because of this h6 pawn, bishop can now bishop can come here, so no one is stopping to come here. So after that you can go with this, let's say bishop e7 defending that queen, and then when we can go simply like bishop d3 exchanging that, try to exchange those bishop, and if let's say bishop capture that g5, and as takes g5, and yeah black try to capture that pawn, then we can have that yeah after that we have knight attack on queen, and then simply queen go back d8, so we can simply capture that, and can break those structure, also pressurize this pawn. So that is not good to play at this moment. Here you can play this knight instead of that. So then white can simply develop by this knight, and maybe after this game can go like this, defending that pawn also because of queen and knight. So now we have that simple variation, but as of now we have that knight there defending that queen, and then maybe queen can go here. If bishop come here, so queen can go here attack that pawn, so that could be idea from the black side. And after queen d2, we can see those variation also. Maybe yeah black can give that pawn, so in some variation, but let's say white can decide to defend that pawn, and then we have that c takes d5, bishop takes that, and then white try to castle. So yeah that could be possibly happen if we can have long castle after that. So yeah you can see those game, those variation if you can try. So yeah preferable move is like this in this point, and then we have that let's say g4, then we can save our bishop to h7, and then yeah so you can play after that simple movement and develop your piece. Okay, so after this, so we have seen that move and a bishop move. So let's say after this, uh, white develop that knight, and then you can simply go with your e6 move after that, because there is no threat right now. So maybe then bishop can come. So let's say bishop is on e2 right now. So now you develop that knight on d7. So yeah, possible job knight to develop and maybe direct attack that center. So that could be possible. Let's say we develop that knight, and then we have Yeah, then we have simple movement, like bishop can go here, maybe bishop can come to e7, knight development. So these could be ideas from there. So let's say we have that c5 move in this point, and yeah, white castle, and also white has that bishop on here. Let's say uh, white played this move. Then uh, from black side, so we can see that queen to b6 move, idea to capture that defend pawn because of this bishop movement. And then yeah, so maybe there could be a trap. Let's say uh, we have that knight c3 and we capture that pawn. And in this point, let's say the trap could be like queen to b1 and we capture that knight. Okay, so now we attack that queen, so queen go here, let's say, and then we can try to capture this and maybe win that rook. So that could be idea. In this point, let's say queen capture, so is then we also have that rook to attacking those that square. So let's say we have that c5 stopping that bishop, and rook takes that, and maybe that could be the variation after that. So instead of capturing that pawn, maybe black can try with this knight to c6, and then we can see that d takes yeah, c5, which is opening that file uh, for uh, for queen, and maybe in future rook. So let's say yeah, we have that bishop takes yeah c5, winning that pawn back, and after exchange, let's say this exchange happened, and then we can see that knight b5 move. Okay, so uh, to go here on knight to yeah c7, making some fork there. So then maybe yeah, so idea could be simply go with this king f8, and also removing those chances of white. So now white can go with this knight to d4, knight b to d4. Okay, so maybe that is still yeah equal and not so advantage in this point. Okay, so now we have seen those moves. Okay, so after this we can castle, and then we have that knight c6, yeah, making some attack on center and also piece development. So now you can see yeah, you can defend that one. We have attack, and we can defend it by simply yeah c3 could be option. Then we can have that knight g to e7, and yeah, we can yeah, we may have, I think that could be a little advantage for white. Okay, so in this point maybe we can go with bishop, and yeah, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and yeah, we can go with knight, or maybe if we want to capture that greedy pawn, then we could have that yeah check first. Okay, so after this maybe knight can go here, and let's say we capture with that rook. So yeah, maybe knight go here, that is the much more sensible move. And then yeah, we can capture that knight, and maybe try to win this pawn. That could be idea. After this maybe try to win that pawn. So okay, so yeah, so after this maybe knight capture that, and we can capture knight back. So knight d7, maybe making some defense move, or maybe try to go here, and then c4 attacking that center. We can simply have that capture, and then bishop capture. So white can develop those bishop and also open those file for their rook and bishop, so that is also okay for white. And after knight d6 attacking that center bishop, so maybe we can just pin that knight first and try to make some pressure on this diagonal. Yeah, so after bishop to e7, so black can try to castle, and yeah, we can increase the pressure. So castle after that. So we have capture. If we capture this, yeah, so yeah, we have that capture also. So I think that could be much good for black in that point, because we are losing that bishop. So white can't capture that one. So now white can defend that bishop first and then try to attack that pawn. So yeah, maybe c5 move is there after that. Okay, so these are the variation here, and yeah, let's see. Okay, so we have seen that. Yeah, after capsule we also seen, I think, knight. uh okay, so we have seen that moves. So yeah, now we can see some line of capture. So here in this point, what is the idea? You capture back. So now we can directly attack that, so that could be idea. Maybe after you this, you can simply defend that, and uh yeah, knight development to attack that one. So maybe you have several idea, because of simply go with that uh, yeah, queen gambit decline variation, or maybe go for that yeah, king indian, and then simply can go with this. So these could be some ideas, and white can, yeah, simply develop that knight, and yeah, first bishop, maybe knight is also the option. Then let's say bishop g4, pin that knight, and you can capture that that one. Let's say this capture, then simply let's say queen come here and attacking that pawn and knight. So maybe after that we can see that if black try to break that structure here, so yeah, we can simply capture that bishop. If white try to go here, then it could be mistake by white. So because after that white is trying to capture that knight, so maybe that is easily defended by this knight on yeah, b to b4, d to b4. So in this point, so first capture that, so you have to capture that bishop, and let's say black tried to win that pawn and try to fork here, so maybe that is not a good idea. So because after that you can simply go with this bishop, and let's say we capture it first, that bishop. Then we can have simply that check first, and let's say queen is there defending that, so we can win that knight back. So yeah, so also we are winning material. Also in this point, let's say uh, here let's say we go with this knight to c6 defending that. So yeah, we have also that capture. So queen capture, we can go with that line also. After maybe long castle, you can capture that, and maybe you have the material to minor piece after that also. That is also good. So that's why pawn capture is not good. So maybe you can defend that knight first, and then queen capture, and then you capture that pawn. So let's say bishop come here, and knight captured that. You capture it by, let's say, this, and then queen can simply come and defend that. So in this point you can go with this queen to c6 move, and in that point let's say king move, you can uh yeah, so king move you can simply go with that capture, I guess, and that could be idea. And let's say king d7, and yeah, so maybe after, yeah, so that could be idea, I think. And let's say queen to d7, then you simply capture that rook. So yeah, these are the idea when you play something like this variation. And also we can see uh yeah, after this, so we have seen that. So now let's say knight develop, and we develop knight also, and we have that bishop there, so we have seen those line. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see where is that variation. Wait a second. Okay, so after this we have seen h4 move. Okay, knight c3, take, go here. Okay, so that could be line there. All right, so in this line, yeah, so this was the line. Okay, so here you develop that knight, and after this you capture this, then knight capture that pawn. So also we have several option from the black side, but if black played something wrong move, so maybe that will be very dangerous for black. Let's say black played this, and you can simply go with this. Yeah, that is, yeah, okay, I guess, simply. And maybe you can try with maybe knight g5, try to attack here maybe. No, I think, let's say you play this. Yeah, after knight to d7, then you can go with this idea, first queen to here, and let's say we have that normal move, knight to f6 move. So in that case you can simply go with this checkmate. Okay, so that could be idea in this position. And if knight move here, so that is possible. After b knight move to yeah, d7, after that you can also try with this trap. And after, let's say, h6 move, normal move, you can simply go with this move, try to attack that queen. And if you captured that knight, so you have that checkmate after that. Okay, so that is the way in this point. Also, let's say knight capture is not possible, so maybe we can defend that queen. Let's say we have that check, and then you have that bishop d2. Okay, so again we have that queen b6 attacking that pawn, and then let's say we have that bishop uh yeah, bishop development on this d3. And then let's say f takes this, because now we yeah, let's say that happened, black tried to capture that, and then we can have that check with queen. Okay, so after king move, you have this here, that pin. Okay, so also if you go with this, so you can go with that. And if king moves, so we have that check there, so that is also possible. So if so, I think that's all for today. Yeah, I hope you learned something.